My dear friends, I would like to share with you, if I can, a very powerful yet simple mantra. And it's the mantra given by the Angelic Realm, the messengers of God, to empower you and me self-heal. And I became aware of this mantra myself some 14 years ago when, like many of us, I was struggling with illness, with failing health. And at that time, having taken ill health retirement from nursing, I really needed the help of God. And although I had prayed and prayed and prayed, I didn't realize that I had been given a simple tool and somehow I overlooked it, maybe because I wasn't ready to understand it. And I have used this mantra almost on a daily basis when I come into a time of quietness, into a time of prayer. And I would like to share it with those of you who are not familiar with it, because it is a beautiful mantra given by the messengers of God, the Angelic Realm. But first I need to explain. Many people perceive angels to represent religion. This is a great injustice. Angels are beings of light who are messengers of the light, from the light, to the light of the divine living within us. And they empower us to come back to our heart. Because so many of us today, if we seek professional help, counseling or therapy, many counselors try and get us to process what we're feeling. But for those of us on the spiritual path, it's not about processing. It's about naming, claiming, blessing, and releasing whatever is ailing us. We are not encouraged by the messengers of God to process. We're invited by the messengers of God to honor that we are a child of God. And as a child of God, we have a duty of care to the divine already within us. And now I would like to share with you the Angel Mantra, a beautiful mantra, a mantra of love. Before we begin the mantra, we always say this little invocation. Angels, here I am. I come to be with you. That's what the mantra transcribes into English is saying. But the words that go before the mantra, higher self, lead me to the vibration level and the light level of the angelic realm. Why do we say that? Well, the basic analogy I can give you is if you can think of the old transistor radios where you had to fine tune with the dial by turning it to get your radio station. By saying those words, you're fine tuning your higher self to reawaken that divine connection. So now let us begin with the mantra. And the mantra is rather beautiful. And first, we're going to come into a place of stillness. And we're going to become aware of the divine essence of God's love. Idura, Inura, Inura, Zenura. So it's Inura, 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 Zenura. And it translates, angels, here I am. I come to be with you. And when you release that invocation and you feel the vibrational energy from the incantation of the tone, you are reawakening the divine essence of God within your being to allow the messengers of love, divine love, come into your life and surround you with angelic blessing. So let us just quietly reflect now on this sacred tool, a tool to empower you and me self-heal today. And it's free. It's a free gift from the messengers of God. And if you are troubled, if you're in a place where everything is going against you, a bit like a little boat going against the mighty waves of the ocean, and whatever you do, say or try just backfires on you, stop, be still, and come into the presence of a loving Father, Mother God. What I do in my ministry here is not New Age. I live a very simple life, the life of a lay monastic, following in the footsteps of the barefoot Galilean, without the dogma, without the guilt, without the fear and the control. And now I fully appreciate why St. Francis and the Lord Jesus, when they spoke to my heart in Assisi in April 2008, established the Teo community of St. Francis, a community to reach out to all faiths and none, to establish a lay monastic community for ordinary men and women from all beliefs, all lifestyles, to come together in love and to embrace the mystery of love. God is love. And because God is a God of love, not fear, not judgment, not control, the same loving God has shared with us the messengers of Source. The archangels and the angels are messengers of love, messengers of beauty, messengers of peace. And though they've been mentioned and recorded 384 times in the Old and New Testament Bible, yet God's representatives across the great divide of world religions, many of them will still procrastinate and doubt their existence and their purpose in their life. And the reason why today God has given us a personal messenger, an angelic being, is to walk with us, because so many of us have become despirited, and many of God's children have become despiritualized because of the shocking atrocities that have been carried out in God's name by God's representatives since the beginning of time. But today you and I can change that. And let us say it again. Inura, 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 Ze, Nura, Inura, 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 Zainura. Angels, here I am. I come to be with you. Try it and see. Namaste.